remember this loaf of this brown, this Guinness Irish soda bread we made? Remember how pretty it was and how flavorful it was with that stew? Well, this is how much is left over for John and me. And he's working on the pasture today. It's away from the house pretty good ways, and we might walk there together. We sure might, because I need some exercise. So I thought I would make him a surprise little picnic lunch. And so I'm going to slice this and make club sandwiches out of it. I know y'all seen me make club sandwiches before, but not with our brown Irish soda bread. So I'm going to slice. I need 6 slices of this. I'm trying to be real careful so I won't tear up my pieces of bread. I want to show you something up close. I use this serrated knife, you see that? Because if you try to slice bread with just a flat blade, it's going to squish on you and tear your bread up. So you need one that's serrated like that so you can kind of saw through your bread. Be very careful with it. Very tender with your bread. Got to try to get me 6 slices out of here. John is working on a pasture because you know if you got cows and your herd's growing, then you constantly need to be growing your land and your pastures. So we're getting ready to try to fence this spring. About 30 more acres, I guess it is, somewhere around in there. It may be closer to 40, but I'm thinking about 30-ish. And this morning, he put a brand new battery in my riding lawnmower. So after I have lunch with him, I'm going to come back and do my first mowing of the year, which is exciting. All my daffodils have quit blooming. That's what I always wait for, my daffodils to quit blooming. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, we got 6 pieces. Look at there, that's just enough for some buttered jam toast in the morning. Isn't that perfect? No ways. My youngest son came over because he works for us, and so he came to get his paycheck. And I gave him a piece of this. I toasted it, put a little butter, Irish butter, and he had a fit. So he has ordered up a loaf of that for me to make this weekend for him and Katie, his bride. And I sent home some jam and some butter with him. I made jam earlier in the winter, guys. I haven't posted that video yet, but I promise I am. I promise. I made strawberry and blackberry jam, and I'm going to do that with y'all. Okay, guys, all we need here is just this bread to get lightly toasted. And the only reason I toast it is because you're stacking this sandwich up and you're putting mayonnaise and mustard or different condiments you like, and you don't want it to make your bread soggy, so you just lightly toast it, okay? I'm going to slide this into the oven. Y'all don't let me forget about it. Please don't let me forget about it. Clean off the knife blade. And I've got to get all this cleaned off of my board. If you haven't made Irish Guinness bread, I mean, not everybody's done that. Soda bread, just use whatever bread you use for a sandwich. I use honey wheat. I think that's what it's called. I'll show y'all what I normally use. Yeah, I normally use this honey wheat right here, and it's really good, and it's got a little bit of a flavor, and I like that. And I really think that our Irish soda bread is going to be really good. That Guinness stout that I put in it, that one bottle of it, gives it the most glorious flavor. I mean, you've got to try it, please. I know I keep stressing that on that Irish soda bread, but y'all find it. Y'all find that video and you've got to make it. It's the easiest bread you'll ever make. It took me like 3 minutes to mix it up and dump it over into the loaf pan. And it's ready. Some of the things that I put on a club sandwich, you can do whatever you want to do. But I do one, because it's a double stacked sandwich. It's got 3 pieces of bread. So I do a BLT on one side, and the other side is ham. Normally I have turkey and cheese, but today I only have ham. So that's okay. I can just do a double layer of ham, right? Exactly. And I have pre-peeled and sliced my tomato, because y'all know John Murray, he likes his tomatoes peeled. He said when he first went to school, the lunch ladies gave him some tomato for something, a sandwich, I guess. And he went home and told his mama, "Mama, they forgot to take the wrapper off the the tomato. It still had the wrapper on it. Because his mama peeled his tomatoes for him. So I wanted to be just like mama and make him happy when we dated. So I peeled the tomatoes. And as we got married, I still peeled the tomatoes. And I realized a few years back that I've been peeling tomatoes for John a lot longer than mama did. He's so rotten, isn't he? I know he is. But he knows he is, and he appreciates it, and he works real hard for it. So I'll keep on peeling those tomatoes. Plus, the chickens love the peelings. And I had another little tomato, and it was getting really ripe, so I went on and chopped that up because my chickens will have a fit. And when we walk to go take this sandwich to John, I'll try to walk out there with y'all, and we'll feed the chickens those tomatoes too. Let me check on this bread because I think surely one side's got to be a little. I have taken the bread out of the oven on broil, just a couple of minutes on each side. You hear this? That's what you want. You want to have a crispy little top on both sides, so it'll keep its integrity and not get soggy on your sandwich. And the reason why I'm showing you that, like you have to listen for this, because this brown Guinness Irish soda bread is it's already dark and looks toasted, doesn't it? So it's harder to tell on that, but you can certainly hear the crispiness. But on that honey wheat, it's just lightly toasted, you can see it. So my first layer, like I say, I make a BLT first of all. So I'm going to put just a little bit of mayonnaise. And John and I don't like tons and tons of mayonnaise on our sandwich. And we've got 3 layers of bread. So you just put a tad. Just a tad, a pinch, a little bit. I know I'm always saying that. One of y'all, I was going to show y'all, it's Miss Kay. Hey, Kay. She lives in Kentucky, Bowling Green, Kentucky. She sent me some measuring spoons, and I'll show y'all those when I make a cake or something else. But they're called a pinch, a tad, a smidgen, and something else. And I love that because I'm always coming up with those silly little things to tell y'all something. Okay, so this BLT side, we got mayonnaise. I'm going to put us the L. We're going to put lettuce, and I did pre-wash this. Matter of fact, it's still a little damp. Let me pat on that on each side. So we won't have a soggy sandwich, huh? That's right. Okay, I'm making 2, y'all, so that's what I'm up to. Let me get y'all down here. I always forget that part, don't I? I know, y'all like, hey man, I can't see that food. What are you doing, woman? Right. Let me get y'all down here. Scoot y'all forward. Get y'all right up amongst the sandwiches here. There we go. I think that's a little better. A little better. I hope I can move y'all a little closer if I move that bread out of the way or something. Okay, guys. I hope that's a little better. I do. All right, so I've got our lettuce, and we're going to do our bacon. And I bought store-bought bacon because this is a quick lunch. I don't want to sit here and fry bacon. So it's fully cooked, all ready to eat bacon. And I love that. And I get that at Walmart, but when I go to Sam's, they've got huge packages of those. This sandwich is just where I can lay it lengthwise like that on there. That's one thing about these pieces. They're a little bit shorter than a loaf of bread, maybe by an inch. So I can't cut this club sandwich into quarters like I normally do with y'all. But I think I'm going to cut them in half like that. So I can't do that pretty club presentation, but that's okay. It's still going to taste really good, and we're not wasting any of this Irish soda bread, are we? Just thought it'd be a little bit different. Okay, guys. And now we put that T part, the tomato, right here. And because it's tomato, I'm going to put did y'all see that? Just the tiniest little sprinkling of salt and just a little ground of fresh pepper on there too. And next we're going to need another piece of bread right here on top. Boom. And let's see here. Come here, buddy. Put you right there. Isn't it looking good so far, guys? I'm going to put another squirt of mayonnaise. Yes, this is Duke's mayo. People get really happy when we use Duke's mayo, don't they? Sometimes I use Blue Plate, sometimes I use Hellman's. And it doesn't matter, wherever we live, we've got our favorite mayo, don't we? If you don't like mayo, don't put it. But you need some little amount of moisture on here to be able to eat this sandwich. Sometimes I put horseradish mayo, guys. I don't have it out or I'd show it to you, but it's got a little bit of horseradish in there and it gives a nice little zing. Nice little zing. Okay, I'm not going to use yellow mustard today. I'm going to use this Dijon mustard. It's got some little more spice and zing to it. Yes, it does. And I'm going to put that on this side. Give that a nice little smear. Isn't that a word? Smear. There we go. Okay. Now, normally I have smoked turkey and ham. Today I just have the smoked ham. So today, ham only. That's the thing about a club sandwich. We can just make it our own, can't we? Yes, yes we can. I like to kind of do this and sort of do it in little bunches like that instead of just flat out. But I mean, you do whatever you want to. If you want to flat it out, you just be my guest and do that, because it's no matter. That's just how I like to do it. Just like that. And our next layer, like I say, a lot of times I've got turkey and I'll also put that on there. Our next layer is going to be cheese, and I've got cheddar. Sometimes I put pepper jack. I have pepper jack too, but I thought I'd just stick with cheddar today. Put a slice of cheddar. A slice of cheddar. Aren't these looking good, guys? All right. I'm going to put these last and final pieces of bread here, and I'm going to do another little squirt of mayonnaise. Now you see why you don't do much on each slice, because you're going to be putting a good bit when it's said and done, aren't you? When all is said and done, it's going to be a good bit. More of that nice Dijon. Sometimes I have like a Cajun spicy brown mustard, and I'll put that. Like I say, anything you want. If you just want to put that yellow mustard, I've done that before too. Just that plain old yellow mustard. And it's not really plain-o, is it? So I need not call it plain-o. There we go. I'm going to go eat lunch with John, and he'll get started back on those fence lines clearing, and I will get started mowing. He put a brand new battery in. I'm so excited to get started mowing. I love to mow. I'm one of those weirdos that thinks that's therapeutic, guys. I love it. It's just me and God and the lawnmower, and they're pretty long. So, okay, guys, you see how pretty? Let me show you how it is before I even cut it. Isn't that gorgeous? Woo! Isn't that gonna be wonderful? Yes. I'm sticking toothpicks in here. Like I say, if you are using the regular pieces of bread, it's going to be about an inch further longer or deeper, and you'll be able to cut it in quarters like that. And I've done that on another club sandwich recipe to show you, and they're so pretty. But these are a little shorter, not quite as thick, that Irish soda bread. So I'm just going to cut them in half. But I'm going to tell you what, it's still going to taste just as good, if not a little better, because that bread's got so much flavor. Y'all look. Would you look? Oh my goodness. Layer after layer after layer of goodness, 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 goodness. I'll show you what I'm going to do. I'm going to move this little sandwich out of the way real quick. I've got some to-go plates because we got to go find John in the woods, don't we? He always tells me where he's going to be, and when I get there, he's not there, but he kind of gets the ADD in the woods, and I get it. I get the ADD right here in the house in the yard. But we're going to find him. I just listen for some piece of equipment. Put that down in there. So pretty like. And I've got us barbecue chips. And I'm going to put those in there. Put us a handful of barbecue chips. Those also are a nice little zing. You do whichever you like. And then I also got us a dill spears out. I've just got these little koshers right here. Dill spears. And I'm going to slide that right there in case we want to take that little bite with our club sandwich. And another thing I'll do is tuck us a napkin down in there. Just like this. Get us a napkin, fold and tuck down in there. And look at there. We are ready to roll and go. We're ready to walk, aren't we? Right? I know. Let me get this back up here, guys. Scoot y'all back. Scoot y'all back. And get y'all up a little bit. And I'm going to finish this second sandwich and get us packed up. And then I'll meet y'all outside. We'll feed the chickens these tomatoes. And we're going to walk and find John, okay? Y'all, I got thinking about it. We just got these two little pieces left of this Irish soda bread. And we've got this chopped tomatoes we're going to give my chickens. And they love bread. And this fresh baked bread that we made for them, I mean, it won't get any better than this, will it? So I'm going to take those two little pieces and we're going to share it with the chickens. I think that would be a much better thing. I love to share more than I do keep things for myself. Do y'all too? It gives me much more joy. And y'all know that Guinness bread also has that oatmeal in it. They'll love that. They'll just love this whole thing because it's whole wheat flour. They'll love it, love it, love it. I'm going to put that. They're going to have a bread and tomato salad. Just like that. Something else they love, guys, is some parsley. They love some parsley, some oregano. They love any spice, so I'm going to sprinkle that on there too. And spice, or herbs, I keep saying spice, herbs are really good for your chickens too. They are medicinal, just like they are on us. Moved them into the sun so we could see them enjoying their little salad. Y'all like that Irish soda bread? It's pretty good, isn't it? It's got whole wheat and oatmeal in it. And treacle. I bet y'all can taste that treacle in there. Yeah. Uh-oh. I'm sweet talking, so now I got calves woken up. There she goes. Pretty chickens. Alright, y'all enjoy. I gotta close y'all up because I got little calves back here. Y'all all said, Mama, what you giving out? Y'all heard me sweet talking, didn't you? I know it. All it takes is some sweet talk. There's my lawnmower. We're gonna come back down here and mow. How are y'all doing? Huh? How are y'all doing? Oh my goodness, y'all. I see a chicken that's up in my kitty cat bed. She gets up in there. She runs my kitty cat Cricket out to lay an egg. I hope that y'all can see her head. That's a loft up there in our this barn that our kitty cat sleeps in, Cricket. And I hope that y'all can possibly make out a chicken head up in there. Silly little thing. Alright, let's go grab those sandwiches and get walking to John. Okay, y'all, I walked back up the hill, grabbed our lunch. We just got it in some Walmart baggies. We're repurposing today. And I have got my muck boots on because I know this is an Irish soda bread sandwich, but we are not in Ireland and we have snakes. Any and every kind of snake. Oh yes we do, and some you've never seen before and some you never heard of. We got them. How in the world Ireland has no snakes in it, I don't know. But they don't. Isn't that fantastic? I know. When you live here in Louisiana in the swamps, you wonder, how is that possible? You really, really, really do. We're walking down the driveway. There's the canning kitchen that flooded and froze during the freeze. Oh goodness, what a mess. But anyway, we got it cleaned up. I've still got refrigerator pulled out in the middle of it and everything else, so I've got to take a break from everything and just get in there one day and spend it putting everything back in order. Because we are going to be planting a garden soon, all of us, and I'm going to need that little thing up and running so we can get in there with all our garden veggies and pickle stuff and make stuff and freezer bag stuff, all that good stuff, canned stuff. I hope y'all are up for a jaunt because we are going on a walk, a big one. I'll show you, like, that's our home back there. That's where John grew up right there. I don't know if you can see that old fireplace, but that was the home he was in with his grandparents and his mom and daddy and sister. This was woods across the road from us. This was woods here. Everything was woods. And John and I have slowly but surely been clearing one pasture and fencing it, and clearing another pasture and fencing it, and getting it all back to a farm. We built that home. That was all woods, literally. There was just a little white wood frame house there around that old fireplace, and you had to see it as you drove by real quick. And we've cleared it all back and opened it up and trying to make it look like a farm again, like his Papa had it. And we kind of went a little above and beyond what Papa had done. But that's what you do. You try to do a little more and improve all the time. What we try to do, hopefully. Have our goals. Sometimes John and I set way too many goals, but that's okay. We just keep on working on them. And we are, let's see, I know I'm starting to sound winded, y'all, because we're walking. We're vigorously walking. I did turn my smartwatch on, so yesterday I walked about picking up garbage in these ditch banks, and I forgot to turn my smartwatch on. I just got it, trying to keep up with my activity and all of that stuff. All my friends have one, and so I finally, John told me a year ago to order me one, and I don't. I'm like, no, I'm okay. I don't need to spend that money and blah, 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 but I finally did. This is that shop that's way back there. That was the shop John and I built together when he raced cars, and we lived here. You see that single wide trailer? We had us a double wide. Right there, this was our driveway that we've now pastured back. And we raised our boys there for 15 years before we built our home across the road and back. It is a warm day out here, and I'm thankful because I don't like it when it's cold. I don't like a cold day. I'm just not a winter person, but I always say I survived it. I know. But anyway, with this smartwatch, you can get on there with your friends, whoever invites you to a group, and you can kind of see what everybody else is doing, and if they're doing better than you, it kind of inspires you to go on and do another little activity for the day. And you can even compete with one another. Here comes a neighbor. My son lives just up the road, up that hill, up a driveway. I don't know if y'all can barely see his rooftop. That's one of the homes we were working on with him. And we're still working on it, but they're living in it, and it is greatly improved. So yeah, this is our old house place. We have John's mama and his nephew in that single wide trailer there. John's father passed away on us about 3 springs back, maybe 4 now. Boy, time goes by fast, doesn't it? It really does. Doc's out there. Hey, Doc. He'll probably walk with us. Somebody dropped him off on us about 1.5 years ago now, huh, Doc? Yeah, they did. Yeah. They're lost, huh? They're lost. That's right, baby. Come on. Let's go find Daddy. And so he's our shop dog. He likes to stay at the shop, and he has a bed in there and a house and food and water. And he also keeps my mother-in-law, John's mama, great company up on her back porch. They're buddies. You and Mama Linda are buddies, aren't you? Yeah. So anyway, that's how we do. We just take care of him, and he's a sweet thing. He is. He's a sweet thing. Yes, he is. He looks just like our dog Benny that's little. Except he's big. He's white with lemon spots too, aren't you, darling? Come on. You know where Daddy is? Yeah, that's where we used to live. This was our backyard. This was all woods where we're standing right now. Like I say, we work one section at a time trying to get this pastured off. We recently bought this piece up here. We need to get the timber cleared. And that's going to be our next pasture after we get through with this one. Oh, I can see bulldozer tracks. That's a telltale sign right there, guys, that we are on the right path to finding John Murray. Yes, we are. I hope y'all can hear me good. I know several of you are like, Amy, I love your videos, but I can't hear you, and it just breaks my heart. So I have been looking for a few months at those lavalier microphones, and I hope I said that right, but they just clip onto your collar. I just call it a collar mic. And I'm trying to make a decision. I've got several saved in my cart. Because I'm thinking a wired one, Amy will just be twisted up in a circle. Y'all know me, running around in the kitchen, I'm just going to twist up. So I'm thinking I might need a wireless, and they're a little more expensive, and it seems like I'm always needing to spend more money on this little page. I love it though, and I love everybody, and so I kind of just been thinking about it for a little while, but I do think I'm gonna get one ordered this week, because sometimes I have an extra microphone on this camera that I had ordered. And it just had great reviews, and it picks up across the room, and it's like you're just there, and blah blah blah. But I constantly get complaints that you can't hear me. So it's really just heartbreaking, honestly. So I'm like, okay, now I gotta invest in a collar mic. So anyway, that's what I'm doing. Can y'all see these bulldozer tracks? John is making this fence line down through here. Here it is. Yesterday, he and I worked in the morning in the office, and he worked out in the field, as I called it, but he was actually repairing a water leak for a water system, and then running some topsoil and some field dirt to different places. When spring breaks or gets close to breaking, everybody wants rock and topsoil and field dirt, because we all want to get outside and do projects, don't we? So that's what he did until early afternoon, and then he and I had a couple of errands to run in town, and we did that together. And then we came back here, and about 2 hours before dark, we rode the side-by-side down to this pond down here, and the pond behind our house there is a purple butterfly. I hope I can get it. It has a purple hue to it. It is unbelievably gorgeous. I don't know if I got it or not, guys. That's the first one I've seen this year because it's been cold. But anyway, yes, I went chasing that off, didn't I? So anyway, we caught 23 bass yesterday evening, in just a couple of hours between this pond we're going to walk past and the one right behind our home. And so we were just tickled pink, and we cleaned them yesterday evening. It was dark on us, but we were under a light, and we cleaned them and filleted them. And this evening we're going to sit out back after I mow, and he's been working here, and we are going to fry fish and talk and just have some downtime and relaxation. And tomorrow morning's church, and we dearly love to go do that. So yeah, this is just going to be a Saturday evening frying up those bass, and I love to cook fish without freezing it. It just has that much better of a flavor, and most of the time I'm just having to buy store-bought catfish, and so this is a real treat to catch these. Oh, I'm spotting a yellow cat dozer down in there. John, he'll spot me in a minute and he'll stop and he'll come up here. I bet he's hungry. He's been down here a few hours now since this morning. I've been doing stuff in the house before I got on there with y'all to make this sandwich. And I'm ready to get outside and mow. I love it. It is just extremely therapeutic to me. I don't know why. Kind of like John on that bulldozer. He said he just loves it. He could hardly go to sleep last night. He was so excited just to get to work here on the farm and be by himself. God and him and that bulldozer out here. We'll walk past him. I'll show you the pond we were on yesterday. We brought our two little dogs, Jax and Benny, for an outing, and Jax kept jumping in the water and trying to get our bait, and he just bounces and flounces. He's so excited we might get a fish. He's the silliest thing. And when you get a fish, he just wants it. So he had him a grand time, but needless to say, when we got back yesterday from our fishing trip, I had to give Jax and Benny a bath, but it was well worth it. They had great fun. See our road? John's got us a big old wide road to walk down, doesn't he? I'm so glad y'all are out here getting some good exercise with me. Some clean country air in our lungs. And some sunshine. Thank the good Lord above for the sunshine. Oh, like I say, I just survived the winter time. I just don't know I could live somewhere that stayed dreary and cold and wintry all the time. I just don't think I could do it. We ought to be getting near this pond. I told y'all I was bringing y'all on a walk, didn't I? And I'm walking at a pretty fast pace, I promise. That's why I'm winded. But I try to get my heart rate up so it'll be worth our while. Yeah, here we go. We're just about down here. We always brought our boys down here. Blake, our oldest son, Blake, he would have friends spend the night, and his cousins spend the night, and they fish this pond, I believe, more than I ever have. Fishing and fishing and fishing, just loving it. Ooh, there was turtles on that log, and I know y'all didn't get to see that. I'm sorry. I think I'll go tell John to come down here and eat these club sandwiches with us. So walk y'all around. His papa back in the 1920s, maybe 1930s, built this pond dam I'm walking us on now, and it is still here. His papa knew what he was doing, didn't he? And he didn't have big old pieces of equipment. He was a forester, and he had a tiny little bobcat-like dozer, like a mini dozer, and he built this dam with that, I believe. I believe he did. This is just a little pond we have back here, and of course, every pasture we do, we try to have a little pond for the cows to get in, and then of course we keep them fresh water too. And our son's house, this pasture goes to the back of it, so we can use his home to, well, we'll pay his water bill and we'll use his water. Because the cows drink a lot of water. During the summer, they can drink up to 30 gallons each a day. So y'all can only imagine. Later, after lunch, I'm going to walk us back here to a stream or a creek. And it's got some beautiful running water on rocks. And I thought I would do a recording of it and post it for a relaxing video, because it is unbelievably relaxing. I think that we walked right past John and he didn't see us, so let's double back here and see if we can get him. I think we burned off enough calories on this little walk to enjoy our sandwich, don't y'all? I do too, and we gotta walk back too. Whew, we're going back uphill, guys. I'm about ready to take a break. This is so much different. I go into town and I work out on a elliptical or a treadmill, either one. I go back and forth. And it's so much different when you're walking as compared to that. But if that's all you can do, it's better than nothing, isn't it? But I do love, I guess, seeing different sights and everything. Of course, when you're walking in the gym, you've got air conditioning. Sometimes I feel like if you don't get out and sweat, you're just not really doing it right, are you? I know it. So anyway, all right, we're getting closer. He's gonna spot us this time. We're ready to take a break, aren't we? He hasn't spotted us yet. I bet he's like, man, I wish you could get here with me a sandwich. I try not to stay directly behind him because he has on ear, head, phone things, you know. Y'all know what I mean, earmuff like things, and he could just back right over us. That would not be good. Let's see here. And I don't care which side I ever go to, he turns the other way. We just can't get it together, Well. Alright, y'all, we got to do a mind thing where he can see us. Y'all reckon I could get up there without getting us squished? Y'all are like, Amy, we're not going to go with you anymore. Go to the other side, he turned the other way. Just like I said, guys. Every time. He's getting hung up on the stump. They would get down here and He's got to get this fruit up before he's going to quit.
Special.
Do you feel special? You are special, baby. You're special to me.
I sure appreciate you.
Of course, I brought me lunch too. I thought I'd sit down here with you and visit.
That will be awesome.
You want to go sit back by the pond?
Sure.
In the shade, maybe?
Sure.
The wind's blowing real nice.
Ooh, it is.
Down here and off the pond. Surely it'll be a little cooler. Cooler? You want to carry our
I sure
lunch
do.
for us? Thank you, darling. We've been walking. We walked all the way down here to you. Can you believe that?
Yeah.
Hey, those are sandwiches, so be careful with that bag.
Be real careful.
I made us sandwiches out of that brown Guinness Irish soda bread.
Boy, that's going to be good.
I know. I sure hope so. I don't see how it wouldn't be. That bread's so flavorful. And brought us a couple of waters. Told everybody how we caught 23 bass yesterday, and we're gonna fry fish tonight for supper.
Yeah, just awesome eating fish.
Have you been having a good morning here?
So far, everything went great. Just easing along, pushing.
Yeah.
Got the fence road dressed off and
Yeah.
ready for that fence man and
Okay.
start to clear pasture.
Good deal. Good deal. I walked everybody and showed them the pond first, and then I came back. You didn't even see us slip by.
Yeah,
You
I saw you slip back.
did you?
Yeah.
So you just said you're gonna wait till I come stop you, huh?
I said, well, she's videoing and walking and showing people stuff. I'm just gonna keep on working till she wants my attention.
Okay. I thought we sneaked by you. Where do we want to see it? The dam still shady,
Damn,
right?
shady.
All right. Let's go to the dam then. Told everybody your papa built that dam probably in the 1920s or 1930s, and it was still here. And he didn't do it with a big old piece of equipment, did he? You reckon he had that little bobcat with the forestry department?
Little tiny dozer.
Yes, it's like a mini dozer. I see kids with remote controls that have them just about as big as that dozer. Yeah. Yeah, it looks about, yeah, that pine tree, that looks pretty. Sure does. Wonder if everybody can see the pond behind us. I think they can. Come on, buddy. Get right down here. Told everybody we may be eating Irish bread, but we're not in Ireland because we've got snakes here. So I wore my boots. You gonna sit beside me? Let's see here. Ugh. The older you get, it's harder to get up and down, isn't it? Turn everybody around here. There we go. Alright, darling. No, we're not washing our hands. What do you say about dirt?
Dirt. God made dirt, it don't hurt.
John has told me that since we dated 27, 28 years ago. God made dirt, it don't hurt.
It don't hurt.
He used to say that all the time.
Dear Heavenly Father, I just thank you for this meal. I thank you for the day, Lord. It's so pretty. Lord, please just lead, guide, and direct us. Forgive us where we fail you. Be with the people in our prayers, Lord. Be with our nation. We love you so much. In Jesus Christ's name I pray. Amen.
Amen. Okay, y'all, we're going to enjoy our lunch, and then I'll take y'all. He'll get back on the dozer, and I'll take y'all to see that creek. I'll be back shortly.